Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam 10th Canto, Chapter 10, Deliverance of the Yamala Arjuna trees, text 9. Hanyante pachavo yatra nirdayairajidatmabihi manyamanairimam deham ajaramrityu nashwaram. Hanyante, or killed in many ways, especially by slaughterhouses. Pashavaham, four-legged animals, horses, sheep, cows, hogs, etc. Yatra, wherein, nirdayai, by those merciless persons who are conducted by the modes of passion. Ajidatmabihi, rascals who are unable to control the senses. Manyamanai, or thinking. Imam, this. Deham, body. Ajara, will never become old or diseased. Amrityu, death will never come. Nashwaram, although the body is destined to be annihilated. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, the founder of Church of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Unable to control their senses, rascals who are falsely proud of their riches or their birth in aristocratic families are so cruel that to maintain their perishable bodies, which they think will never grow old or die, they kill poor animals without mercy. Sometimes they kill animals merely to enjoy an excursion. Purport. When the modes of passion and ignorance increases in human society, giving rise to unnecessary economic development, the result is that people become involved with wine, women, and gambling. Then, being mad, they maintain big slaughterhouses or occasionally go on pleasure excursion to kill animals. Forgetting that, however, one may try to maintain the body. The body is subject to birth, death, old age, and disease. Such foolish rascals engage in sinful activities one after another. Being duskritis, they completely forget the existence of the Supreme Controller, who is sitting within the core of everyone's heart. Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Vrideja Arjuna Tishtati. That Supreme Controller is observing every bit of one's activity, and he rewards or punishes everyone by giving one a suitable body made by material nature. Brahmayan Sarva Bhutani Yantra Rudani Mayaya. In this way, sinful persons automatically receive punishment in different types of bodies. The root cause of this punishment is that when one unnecessarily accumulates wealth, one becomes more and more degraded, not knowing that his wealth will be finished with his next birth. Nasadu manne yata atmanoyam asanavikleshada ashadeha. Animal killing is prohibited. Every living being of course, has to eat something. Jivo jivasya jivanam. But one should be taught that what kind of food one should take. Therefore, the Ishopanishad instructs, Tena taktvena punchita. One should eat whatever is allotted for human beings. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 9.26, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti upahritam asnami prayata atmanaha. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, fruit or water, I will accept it. A devotee therefore does not eat anything that would require slaughterhouses for poor animals. Rather, devotees take prasada or Krishna. Tena tak Krishna prasada of Krishna. Tena tak tena punchita. Krishna recommends that one give him patram pushpam phalam toyam, a leaf, a flower, a fruit or water. Animal food is never recommended for human beings. Instead, a human being is recommended to take prasada, remnants of food left by Krishna. Yajna sishta ashana santo uchante sarva kilbishaye. Bhagavad Gita 3.13. If one practices eating prasada, even if there is some little sinful activity involved, one becomes free from the results of sinful acts. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Putale Srimate Bhakti Vikasa Swami. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Putale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namane. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane. Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Pashati Deshtar. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hanyante Pashavo Yatra Nirdhaye Rajitatmavihi Manyamanair Imam Deham Ajara Mrityu Nashwaram. Again translation. Unable to control their senses, rascals who are falsely proud of their riches or their birth in aristocratic families, or so cruel that to maintain their perishable bodies, which they think will never grow old or die, they kill poor animals without mercy. Sometimes they kill animals merely to enjoy an excursion. Hare Krishna. So we are continuing to hear here the instruction given by Narada Muni. So we know the background that Nalakura and Manigriva, the sons of Kuvera, they are enjoying with their girlfriends, and Narada Muni passed by that way. Then the girls felt ashamed. They covered themselves and then tried to go away. But this Nalagura and Manigriva, both of them were, because due to their richness and due to their completely intoxicated, so they are not recognizing the position of Lord Narada Muni, and they were committing offenses to sadhu. So Narada Muni is so merciful, and he cursed them. So the curse becomes later, you'll see the great benediction, because sadhu means always who acts for the benefit of all the living entity. Sugradam sarva dehinam titikshava karunika. Sugrada Sarvadeganam, Ajata Shatrava Sadhava Sadhabhushana. This is what Kapila Dev describes who are sadhu. Sadhu means same nature like Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita we see Sugradam Sarva Bhuthanam, the same line. Kapila Muni is described as Sugradam Sarva Dehinam. Krishna says Sugradam Sarva Bhutanam. Dehinam Bhutanam is same meaning for all living entities. They are the well-wishers. So, therefore, Narada Muni is being merciful to these intoxicated, bewildered souls. So, he is giving instruction. So, one of those instruction, yesterday, previous verse we heard, and today the second verse we are hearing. So, these heavy words used, Srila Prabhupada uses this word rascals, and when people hear this kind of strong words, they think, why Swamiji is so angry? Sadhu should be very, very soft. They should speak some nice, sweet words, always give blessings, smile. They should not get angry. This is completely misconception. This is all misconception spread by all these so-called sadhus, Mayavadis. They are, because they are pretending as a sadhu, they don't want to hurt anyone, they don't want because they don't know how to benefit it, they don't know what is real benefit for the conditioned souls. They all want, all the time they want to speak only sweet words, and so they always give blessings and speak some nice words to please the public. But sadhus are not to please the public. Sadhus are to please Krishna. So, Srila Prabhupada many times says that these fools, rascals, all these such strong words, it's not I speaking like that. It is spoken by Krishna. Krishna says, Avajananti ma muda. Krishna uses these words, muda, vimuda, like that. Very strong words. So, Srila Prabhupada humbly says that I just repeat what Krishna says. And that's a fact. It's not that Prabhupada personally is, angry with all these scientists or these philosophers, so-called scholars, and all these professors. He doesn't know even who these people. Why he has to get angry on them? It's not. He is angry because they don't know what is the goal of life. They don't know what is the benefit of the people. And they are posing themselves as the leader. They are posing themselves as the teachers. They are thinking they are guiding the people. They are guiding the human society. But they are not guiding. So, therefore, these strong words are used here. So, that the bewildered jivas like us, we can wake up from our sleeping condition, bewildered condition, from our intoxicated condition. So, when someone is completely absorbed in some nonsense thing, you need to wake them up little, just by calling, they won't wake up. If someone is really sleeping, you need to push a little bit. So, there is example is given that sometimes we see uh, during this Makara Sankranti, the Pongal festival time, in India, everywhere, people play this kite. Particularly, children are very much interested with different colors of kite, and who will put their kite on the high in the sky. They're very much interested. So there is a boy who was, playing the kite on the terrace where is no the, parapet wall to uh, protect him, and he was completely looking up, playing the kite, and he was completely absorbed. But he was, interested to put more up the kite, but he didn't see that he going to put one more step this side, and he will fall down from the building. Uh, so that time, someone is seeing, and then he calls him, "Hey, rascal, pull!" You just use some heavy words so that he stops immediately, same movement, and he turns towards you, and he can see you. He can listen later, what you want to say. If you say, "Oh, my dear boy, you are so sweet, it's so nice, you are playing the kite, your kite is very beautiful, but if you step one more step that side, you will fall down." In meantime, he will fall down if you speak all these things, This is what all these so-called sadhus are doing. They are trying to save the people by speaking sweet words. Of course, it's not the sadhus, real sadhus also. It's not speaking sweet words. They also speak many nice words because Krishna also speaks very nice words. But sometimes it's needed, these strong words. So, here in this verse we see that animal killing is condemned. Srila Prabhupada starts his purport, when the modes of passion and ignorance increase in human society, giving rise to unnecessary economic development. The result is people becoming involved with wine, women, and gambling. Then, being mad, they maintain big slaughterhouses or occasionally go on pleasure excursion to kill animals. So this sinful activities is increasing. Srila Prabhupada very, expertly putting this word, because giving rise to unnecessary economic development. We can see today every country is competing who will become the first nation, the richest nation. One of the political party last 10 years ruling India, and they are very proudly speaking to the public that we were 8th place, 9th place in the world for economic development. Now we came to the 5th place. If you choose us in the next election, we will bring India to the 3rd level. This is what they are speaking. Means this economic development definitely is need, is one of the Purushartha, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. The economic development is recommended, it is needed definitely for the human society. But what today people are trying, that unnecessary economic development, more than needed. Everyone is taking more than their quota unnecessarily, because it's artificial economic development, because they're just printing the paper which has no any worth. Like you have a 500 rupees note in India now, maximum, before it was 2000. Now the 500 rupees note is, the worth of this note is not 500 rupees. Everybody knows the worth of this is just few paisa or few rupees maximum. So means is artificially, unnecessarily, they just, whenever they need, they are printing so much papers. They think we are becoming rich. But actually, in the Vedic culture, the wealth is counted by the amount of gold, amount of the grain, amount of the number of cows, how much you have. That's real wealth. Who possess these things, they call dhanavan, they call, people who have wealth. But now it's completely opposite. People, they claim themselves they are very much developed economically, but in their house, if you see what they have for cooking, maybe 2 kg rice, half kg of dal, something like that. Every day they are buying. In the big cities, every day, whatever the needs, they are buying. They cannot keep stock. They don't have a stock. We saw that 2 years back when Corona affected all world. People, because all the shops are closed, people are suffering. They don't have anything to eat, especially in the cities. In the villages, many people, they did not know even after 1-2 months of this pandemic period, they did not know this was happening in the world. Some places like Karamandurai, some people told after 1 month, oh, in the city, no shops, no, nothing. They were surprised to hear because they did not care, because they had enough stock of grain. They did not depend on this, completely this modern economic development. They had a shelter, they had a food, they have their cloth, and they are happy. And they were not affected at all. But this unnecessary artificial economic development involves people in sinful activities. Because when you have so much rich, unfortunately, this is happening because actually, according to Bhagavad Gita, we understand one become rich means due to his past pious activities, result. This Janma Aishwarya Shruta Shri is a result of the pious activities. But unfortunately, now people don't know, they are not aware of this. They engage themselves, especially when they are rich, and they are very much engaged in these sinful activities. So, particularly in this verse, Prabhupada speaks about this animal killing, meat eating. So, it's because of sense gratification means, people by any means they wanted to gratify their senses. Begging, borrowing or stealing, any means. Begging, we are speaking now all this economic development very much, but still all over the world, everywhere poor people are there. This is another very much contradicting thing, Like people, Prabhupada say that in America, everybody think everyone is rich, but there also in the street you see the beggars are there. Everywhere, beggars are there. I was also surprised that everybody was speaking about Singapore, so much, so much glory, there is very well organized, very much developed country. These are, when I was traveling there, myself, Srinivas Prabhu were traveling by bus. We came to the bus station. There also the beggars are there. They are begging. Only thing they are little neatly dressed, not like here in India. beggars are really looking bad. But their little nice dress is there. But they also they're begging. Such a so-called developed countries. And what to speak of like India or Africa, like these countries. There are so many beggars are there. And most of these beggars, what they do? By begging, many times we have experiences that by begging, they take the money and go cigarette, they buy cigarettes, BDs, smoke, they engage in sinful activity. Of course, some people really beg for eating some food, but some of them are, you can see when we travel in the train, many of these beggars, they don't take any food, any prasadam if we give. It's not just ordinary food, we are giving prasadam, Krishna prasadam, which is very rare to get for those people, but those people, they don't want to take prasadam from devotees. Only money, otherwise they don't want. Why? Because by money only you can buy the cigarettes. By giving in the shop of prasadam, they will not give you cigarette. So this is what happens. And borrowing, and we are again speaking all this economic development, becoming rich, all these things. If you see, most of the countries, they are very much like a middle class or little upper middle class families, most of the population, and they all have a loan. Hardly you find 1-2 family people who have no loan. Most of the people, especially now this modern world, people who ever have a job, immediately, they get loan. Car loan, house loan, personal loan, this loan, that loan. Everybody has a loan. I remember one time Kokul Chandra Prabhu went to Bangalore to collect some donation for Janmashtami. So he met a devotee who has a salary 2 lakhs rupees working in IT industry. I don't want to mention the name of the devotee, but really he is getting 2 lakh salary, but in the hand, nothing. No money. He wanted to give 2,000 rupees donation for Janmashtami. That he called his friend, 2-3 of them, to get that 2,000 rupees to borrow. They sent to his account, then he transferred to our account. He did not want to say no to devotees, but he cannot even give 2,000 rupees. He doesn't have even 2,000 rupees in the hand. Everything only in the numbers, in the computer, in the mobile, you see the statement. Oh, you receive the salary, and next moment is taken this EMI, this much amount, is everything gone. Finally remains nothing. This is what Prabhupada is speaking about, this unnecessary artificial economy. But when you have in a house, huge stock of bags of rice, dal, all the ingredients, and you have a cow, that is really wealth. That's really is worthy. Any moment you can use it whenever you want, any amount. Suddenly some guests are coming, some 10-15 people, no problem, you can just cook. You go to the city now, anybody's house, without informing, even 4 or 5 people come, they are immediately run here and there, get this, get that. Immediately they have to go to shopping, They cannot cook immediately for 4 people even. And what to speak of 10-15 people cooking. It's a reality. This is what's happening today. So anyway, coming back to this begging, borrowing and stealing, also Same thing we can see. Srila Prabhupada quoting here the verse from Ishopanishad, Tena taktena punchita. Whatever is allotted to the living entity, they should take it. For a human being, Srila Prabhupada is again quoting from Bhagavad Gita, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhakta Prayachati. You offer to me these things, means the human being should eat only which is offered to Krishna, prasadam. So Krishna is asking to offer these things, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. That means that's what allotted to the human being, not the animals, not the flesh. Because which is not offered to Krishna, that is sin. Again, Prabhupada is quoting in this same purport from 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita that, what is that? Yagya Shishta Shri Santo Muchante Sarva Kilbishai. If it's not offered to Yagya, means to Vishnu, is sin only. Any food which you eat, which is cook and eat for only sense gratification, that is eating sin only. So, therefore, this allotted thing is for human being is a vegetarian diet. Not only just any vegetarian is should be offered to Krishna, Krishna Prasadam. So, in that way, if we consider the people, most of them today, they are very proud of eating the meat, but they are all thieves, because they are taking more than their quota, which is not offered to them, which is not given to them. So Prabhupada say, who prepare food for self or sense gratification are not only thieves, but also eaters of all kinds of sins. How can a person be happy if he is both a thief and sinful? See, such a nice, very, if someone is a little intelligent, immediately you can understand it. Thief cannot be happy. Sinful person cannot be happy. And if we are together, thief and sinful, how is it possible to be happy? So therefore, these people today, even though they are very much proud of the, meat eating every day, biryani, very proudly people are speaking. Unfortunately, they don't know how much they are committing sins. The result, they are not happy. The result, they are very much suffering. Not only in this life, they are going to suffer again and again because of this sinful activity. They are going to take again the material body. They are going to get again the material birth. Material birth means Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. Again birth, old age, disease. Again. Repeatedly. Already for millions of lifetime we are suffering here. And again, getting this great opportunity as a human form of life, Manusha Janma Durlabha, is very rare to get, but this opportunity again is misused, again engaged only for sense gratification, engaging in this meat eating, illicit sex, gambling, all these sinful activities. The result is again, you take again another material body. So, actually, the living entity, By nature, asangoyam purusha. We are nothing to do with this material world. We don't have to be here at all. By nature, we are supposed to be in the spiritual world, in the spiritual body. We no need at all this material body. It's unnecessary thing. It's artificial. It's just covered us now. Therefore, we are suffering. But unfortunately, because we are came in touch with this material world, with the idea of engaging in sense gratification to enjoy. So, the people who are very much materialistic, like Hiranyakashipu, Prahlad says that you people don't know what is your self-interest. Swartha gati, swartha, the self-interest. They don't know. They think engaging in this kind of sinful activities or sense gratification, that is their self-interest. But actually, Prahlad says, Nato vitu sartha gatihim Vishnu. Vishnu is our self-interest. But people think that this material opulence, material name, fame, prestige, all these things will save us. As this verse says, the people, they think this body will never perish. I will never get old age. I will never get died. I will never die. They think like that. Therefore, they are struggling so much, day, night, working hard. Actually, to say they are very much proud of their all this economic development, advancement, but most of the people, they just simply working hard like us. So hard. They don't know for what purpose they are working at all. Most of the people, they don't have even time to spend this money and enjoy. Most of the people. I remember many years back, there is one textile shop, famous shop. In Salem, they have several branches, several places they have a shop. We know the father and son, both, they are doing same business. Father already for many years, we know them. So, we went to invite for Janmashtami. We brought the invitation, we gave some prasadam and we invited them. They say, Swamiji, father, first we met father and he said that, Swamiji, you see, morning 7 o'clock, I have to open the shop. Means I have to wake up 5 o'clock, then go for jogging, then, get ready, come for, opening shop 7 o'clock. Then I go midnight to sleep because all the stops, when they go out, then only I have to close the shop. I have to lock, get the key and go home. So in meantime is midnight, 12 o'clock, 12:30, I go. So there is no time. So grossly he is speaking, So I have to work. How I will come for Janmashtami? I cannot come. Yeah. Then we went to his son's shop and we invited him. He is speaking same thing like father. Then Gokul Chandra Prabhu asked, okay, we know this business is not your father started, his father started. Means he is speaking to son. Your grandfather started. He was working like your father whole day, night, without any rest. And your father is working similarly, and you are also working similarly. And you are all thinking that you are, earning all this money, making more and more number of shops, all this development, everything is for the future. But every one of you working like this, same like us, where you will enjoy, when you will get time to enjoy this. He cannot get it. You see, Swamiji, there are so many people, he thinks he is Ishvara. You see now, so many hundreds of people are working under us, they need, some help. We are helping them by giving them, job opportunity. This is how he thinks. But actually his main aim is to accumulate himself wealth. It's not all the staffs in the shop, they become rich. They remain, as a worker forever. But this is how they speak. So, this is the reality. The people, the so-called money they have, but they don't have, time to enjoy really. Even if they get little time, this is how they engage in sinful activities. So, therefore, these sinful, these materialistic people, they think this wealth will save me, but they do not know. Prabhupada says here that in the next life, they cannot claim, oh, I had so much wealth in the previous life, I had a big post. Nothing you can't claim. So ultimately, what is this sense gratification? Srila Prabhupada says simply an attachment of the tongue. By this, without these sinful activities, Srila Prabhupada said, nobody dies. Can you say that because he did not eat meat, so he died? Can you say anywhere, anyone, not even one person like that? Nobody dies. Similarly, gambling, illicit sex, any of this sinful activity, nobody dies. Without smoking cigarette, he died. No, because of smoking cigarette, he dies. Otherwise, he could live little longer. Because meat eating is dying. Because of illicit sex, he is dying. That's a fact. Srila Prabhupada very nicely explained that the sinful person, he dies. Then someone may argue, but devotees also, they are dying. Prabhupada said, no, devotees are not dying. As soon as you start engage in the Krishna service, in Shravan Kirtanam, Vishnu Smarana Pada Sevanam, in this, any of this process, immediately the devotee's death is stopped. Devotee's death is stopped immediately as soon as you engage in devotional service. Srila Prabhupada gives example, like this fan. Once you switch off, it stops. You may say, oh, still it's running, but it's already stopped. It may just appear like it's running a little more, but actually it's stopped. No, but still, he is leaving the body, he is dying. Yeah, but he is dying like he is when you go to sleep. When then after some time you wake up. Similarly, a devotee's death is like that. He goes to sleep, and he wakes up, he sees Krishna in the front. He is in the front of Krishna. So it's not a death. Devotee is not dying. He is going to Krishna. So this is the difference. Another example Prabhupada gives, for devotees is like the cat is holding in the mouth the rat, and also sometimes we see the own kitten. So it's not the same. Even though it's a process catching it in the mouth is same, appears like. But when it catch the rat, is crying, is dying. But the kitten is not like that. He's very comfortable. He's happy. So devotee is not afraid of death, because his death is already stopped. He is not dying. But others, particularly people when they are engaged in sinful, they have to come to the Emeraj, front of Emeraj, judgment day. Then they will realize that they are really dying. They are having really death. So, therefore, this particularly this meat eating now in India is becoming is a fashion. Everyone is proudly speaking about it. Previously, people will feel shame to speak in the front of others that they are meat eating or any of these sinful activities. Just now, last 20-30 years, is so much increased. I remember in my childhood, if you want to buy meat from my village, you have to travel some 3 kilometers to the nearest small town, and then in that town there is a big market, where weekly market. The market is like you may say like all this area, like our temple area, like 5 acres is a big market. In that market, completely on the end of the market, in one corner, small area where 2-3 shops are allowed to have a meat. Only there, nowhere else. You will not able to find anywhere else. They will not allow you. Not like today. Today, anywhere, rascals, they kill animals and hang immediately in the front of everyone. It's not allowed those days. So now is so much changed. Now everywhere, all these non-vegetarian hotels, everywhere is big advertisement. And they're putting all these dead bodies, pictures, putting banners in the front of their shop, advertising. Not only that, they put also in the glass, all this crazy to see. Really so horrible. So, the result is they will also become like this dead body one day. Their bodies also will be eaten by somebody. So, the human being, being a advanced, position, developed consciousness, they supposed to practice some religion. Religion means to more bring his conscience towards the Lord and ultimately get the goal of life, to obtain the lotus feet of the Lord. But if we see every religion in the whole world is teaching also the no killing. Thou should not kill. Prabhupada very often quotes from the Christian religion, one of the commandments. And is one of the biggest religion all over the world. It's spread. But unfortunately, no one follows. Everyone is, breaks this commandment. Everyone is violate this law. But they won't get purified. They come to the church once a week and they are, wanted to get purified. They are asking, please forgive. But they are not going to get purified in that way. Like Namno Baladya Papa Buddhi, that This buddhi, the thinking by the power of Krishna's or God's mercy or God's name, I will do again sinful activity, and then I will be free from all the reactions. And that is offense. That will never allow you to get purified. That means, you are killing yourself. Pashugnat. So Prabhupada explained this word from Bhagavatam 10.10. Killing himself or killing animal. So, so anyway, the point is, all the purport Prabhupada explained that if you want to really get purified, if you want to really get out of all these sinful reactions, you have to take what is allotted to you. That is Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam, which is offered to Krishna. That is allotted, means Krishna Prasadam only. And we see Krishna Prasadam has really power to purify from any kind of background you may be, whatever your previous life before coming to Krishna conscious, you can become completely sadhu, you can become completely purified. The prasadam has such a potency, especially in the beginning days. Srila Prabhupada, making very nice prasadam for the devotees, and they were all allowed it, and then just coming for prasadam only, most of them. Many Prabhupada disciples in the memory, they repeatedly tell this thing that they were attracted to prasadam. Even now still is continuing. We can see we have a Sunday feast program. Morning program starts at 7:15. Prasadam time is 9 o'clock, and we see most of the crowd comes 8:45. So they can come and capture the first line. So at least they have attraction for prasadam. It's not for Guru Puja, Darshan or Bhagavatam class. So prasadam is a powerful, is a very easy way to get purified, and it's not at all difficult job to honor prasadam. Everyone likes it. Everyone is favorite thing and devotional service. So, and purify means Prabhupada explained that take only Krishna prasadam. Not that you take Krishna prasadam in the temple, then you go outside, eat all kind of nonsense. Then again it becomes like that elephant bathing, Again you get contaminated. That is not. Just stop everything else, take only Krishna prasadam, then you get purified. It's most easy process, and most, everyone loves it, and this process. So let us take this opportunity, seriously, and it's very important. Controlling the tongue is the most important process in our devotional service. Jiva Vegam starts from the tongue. Once you control the tongue, then the stomach, urge of the stomach also is controlled, and then urge of the genitals is also controlled. If you control this, because all these three in one line, straight line, tongue is very important to control. If we can do it that, then we are guaranteed to get out of this material body. Once we leave this body, we go back home, back to Godhead. then we don't have to take birth again. Then we don't have to, go through all this suffering condition. Hare Krishna. So I stop here. Is there any comment, question, anything to add? Yeah. Yeah. This because ignorance, because they have a power, they can also control you. They think this is their religious practice. But actually, as Prabhupada say, every religious accept that all the jivas are sons of God. There no religion say no. Yes, everybody accept. So means every jiva is sons of God, means also every religion is teaching us you have to love God. That is your goal of life. Get love from the God, you love God, that is, loving relationship develop between God and you, that's the ultimate goal of life. So, when you love God means you love His sons also. You cannot say that, I love God but not His sons. Then God will not love you. So, all these chickens, goats, cows, whatever you kill, these are all sons of God. So, how can you kill? Then how you say that you are loving God? How God will be pleased? They are all quoting this so-called Islamic people, they all quoting some scripture which I don't think that really, that is their teaching. They are saying, our religion is allowed. But how God will allow? What is the logic? God has created all this being, and you are most developed conscious living being in the human body, and you are the powerful person. So, simple logic is that the powerful person, developed conscious means, understand these are the poor animals, undeveloped conscious, you are supposed to protect them, you are supposed to bring them to, higher consciousness by helping them, giving them Krishna conscious. Not that you kill them. Prabhupada very simple example gives. Father has several sons. One of the son is useless fellow, doesn't follow anything, he is a little useless fellow. But another son is very successful, he is very much, following father's instruction, and he is very successful in his business, he is really, bring a lot of money and is very good. But if this man says, that the successful man says, this is my brother who is useless, I will kill him. His father will be happy? No, no father will be happy. Even son is useless. Father will not allow to kill him. So, it's little intelligence is needed to understand this much logic. But unfortunately, because they are all Kaitava dharma is cheating religion actually. None of them are really have proper understanding what is religion. Either this Christian, Islam's, the so-called Hindus also same. It's not that, now we are, be proud of being Hindu, but it is, Hindus are even worse. They know it's wrong. It's not that the Islam people are, at least Islam people think that our scripture is, of course, it's also ignorance, but Hindu people, everybody knows is wrong, but they do it. When you invite them, Swami, Sunday only is, you are eating fish, fish is still in the stomach, how can I come to temple? What a nonsense, They know this is wrong, they cannot go to temple because it is sinful. You cannot come, doing by sinful activity in front of God, God will not appreciate you, God will punish you. You know that, but still you are doing. So everywhere is same thing. It's just ignorance. It's not at all religious. What is that? Ah. Kshatriyas are allowed to kill the animals to practice the war field. When you come, you have to fight against the people, you have to see the blood, you have to be violent, so that you can't just come and right in the battlefield immediately straight forward. Immediately, you first day you come on the battlefield, you will faint it. So they allowed to practice, kill the animals, but doesn't mean they were killing for their eating. Of course, Kshatriyas were, there is some allowance is there. But even that is very much is restricted. It's not that whatever they want, they can just kill, and whenever they want, they can eat it. There is a, in in the religious also is, there are a lot of restrictions were there. Means is, in particular day, particular way, you kill the animal, then you offer 1/6 only you can take. Like if you kill the chicken, 1/6 portion of the meat only you can eat. The rest you have to give it to someone else. All these restrictions are there. So if you have to follow, or better just give it up. Who will follow this? Once a month in Amavasya day, you offer to Kali, and then, you while killing the animal, you chant the mantra which allows you to kill next life. Means, oh, come on, better don't, This is what you will feel it after hearing all this restriction. Means indirectly saying no. So, yeah, yeah. So, people, you see, nowadays, people speak so many nonsense things about meat eating, about health, about this, that. So many new ideas are coming up to justify their, sinful activity. They are speaking so many things, but we know, you know, Krishna knows what is right, what is wrong. Krishna very clearly says it is sinful. Don't do it. So, better follow it. Better we preach this. Prabhupada is very much encouraged to speak. There is a letter, I didn't copy that. There is a letter he very much encouraged the devotees to write articles in BTG very often about this, what is the word Prabhupada is using here in the first line? This unnecessary economic development, or this artificial economic development, about this topic, because it's automatically involves in sinful activities. So Prabhupada very much encouraged. So we can also go on speaking about this again. This will help people to come to their senses. Okay, I think